Man, what the fuck going on, y'all, man? It's your boy, Big Gualayo, man. You dig himself, man. I got my boy, old boy here, man. You dig, man? We living, perfecting his craft, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, check this out, man. Me and my boy, Shon, we finna get straight to the business. You dig? Shout out to Underground Radio Station, let us pull up on you, use that little spot. Let's go, man.
I got Bandz, what? She can't fit in my pants. If the bitch is talking about money, then that hoe can fit in my plans. I got Bandz, what? Duffel bags on hunters, 40 autos, I'm stunned. All I think about is getting money.
The Jay-Z in Afghanistan.
Hey, man, what's up, man?
Why him?
I'm trying to be a black entrepreneur, man. The Jay-Z of my city, man. Oh, man. Jay-Z inspired me each and every day. Hove been in the game so long to where you can't do nothing but gravitate to a businessman like that. Cause he is business. You know what I'm saying? No cap. And I like how he move and orchestrate with his team. You know, from building Kanye to be a billionaire. He continued building his wife. From J. Cole. He got Yo Gotti over there as a businessman. Now it's just a bunch of power moves being made. And I like it. And it's consistent.
Many people say he's like a backstabber and a hypocrite, though.
I mean, they talk about Jesus Christ. They talk about Allah. Alhamdulillah to the Muslim. Man, you get caught up with, you really never know what went on with the business unless you was there. We can speculate and say, hey, man, he did this. But if you wasn't there when the business move was made, all you do can really just actually say was, you know, hey, I wasn't there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, well, a lot of people, they came up with that speculation from the Super Bowl halftime show.
With the Kaepernick.
With the Kaepernick, yeah, because Jay-Z wasn't trying to do business with the NFL, and he kind of told Jermaine Dupri to reject their offer, but then he went behind and then made a deal with the NFL. So that's how a lot of people see him as a backstabber. And as a hypocrite, the whole Rockefeller blueprint, you know what I'm saying? How that came apart.
I feel like, Shon, certain people supposed to be in certain positions. And what I mean by that, you know, when they slandering Jay name and talking about Jay, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that him and them guys only know it was the right business move for him. Cause now he hosting over the halftime show for the Super Bowl. It's like, let the boss be the boss. And everybody else follow suit. Everybody gonna be labeled as bosses when you dealing with a man like him, cause everybody over there running their own show. So I feel like, I put it like, maybe God put him in position for him to take control of that situation. I don't look at it backstabbing because I wasn't there to be speaking on who backstabbed who.
Right on. So, where did you grow up?
North Dallas. Hamilton Park.
Okay. For those of y'all that ain't know, Hamilton Park is a historical black neighborhood.
Understand me.
You know, what was that like for you?
Man, in my neighborhood, you know, I went through a bunch of trials and tribulations growing up. You know, I come from the streets. And, you know, big homies embracing me. And, you know, I went through a struggle. You know what I'm saying? I just like I was telling the last little vlog I was on, I just had a little situation happen in my neighborhood and it got ugly. Police got involved. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I hope them, you know, them feds got involved. I hope they free my people. You know what I'm saying? The ones that was solid.
I saw that in a news article, man. What was that, last year or was it this year?
It was this year.
Hamilton Park, a small community in northeast Dallas off Central Expressway and Forest Lane, has a troubled history with crime.
That stops now. These street corners will be clean. We back the community in Hamilton Park. And Hamilton Park is forgotten no more.
Wednesday, the DEA and other law enforcement agencies gave an update on Tuesday's drug bust, netting 20 arrests.
This 19-count indictment and arrests are the result of a 15-month investigation targeting the Hamilton Park Posse, a known gang in Dallas that has dedicated itself to drug distribution, violence, and senseless intimidation in the Hamilton Park neighborhood for far too long.
You knew it? Well, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I know a bunch of them people. But like I said, the ones who stay solid, man, stay solid. Don't get tricked out your spot. You know, take your time and take your lick. You know what I'm saying? I love my neighborhood. I love everything. I ain't brought my hood. I just shot my video Bandz in the neighborhood. Shout out to all my people that put it down for me and my management team and all that. And Jeff Adura.
Jeff Adura, who he filmed your latest single.
Yeah.
What's
both of them, Extravagant and Bandz.
Where can they find those two singles?
I mean, you go on YouTube and find everything on all platforms.
Right. Back to what we were speaking about as far as the feds, the raid. Like, how you feel about that? The targeting of black neighborhoods is.
I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta know when to push back. You know what I mean? Meaning by, you can't let your right and what your left hand know what you're doing, man. You got sometimes it needs to be pushed back and do a self check, cause knowing they coming. You know what I'm saying? You being loud out here with the music or whatever you doing, you pop your shit with the jewelry, with the money, with the cars. You know they coming. Yeah. Whether they white, black, Mexican, they coming.
So where does the name Gualayo come from? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Gualayo.
Gualayo, yeah, big Gualayo.
Man, it come from watching old cartel movies. Love them. You know what I'm saying? They talk about a bunch of guala in a bunch of the movies, so that's what I gravitate with. You know what I'm saying? My real street name, Moyo. You know, everybody know me by that, but you know, it's time to turn it to another level, different notch. You always want to move forward and switch things and leave the old behind.
You say you into mafia culture?
You say mafia culture?
Yeah, that's where Gualayo came from.
Like the cartel movies.
The cartel movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mexicans and stuff like that? Right on.
They use that guala.
Okay, big. That's big. So when was the first time you started recording?
I started recording a few years ago. And me coming home, seeing the little youngster like, oh boy, if I could be in position to help another young brother that want to grow and he hungry for it, like I am, then I'm going to get a position because I know my time only going to run out so I can pass the torch. So when me coming home from doing my little bid or whatever, I took it serious. The management team came along and I started rubbing shoulders with other people. You know what I'm saying? I just left Miami, House of Hits. I'm talking about studio lit out there. Shout out to him, my boy Isaac Santana, putting it down for me. So I grew. And I'm like, man, I know I can make it. I know I got the look, the voice, and the whole setup. So I got to punch in. I got to be hungry. Because ain't nobody going to do nothing for you. You ain't hungry for yourself, man. You got to put your foot down, man. Punch in.
What was the difference between Miami and Dallas? How long we got there?
6 days.
6 days. What'd you see the difference between
the difference between Miami and Dallas is no unity in our city. We ain't got no enforcers. We got to run to the bloggers. The only thing we can do is rely on the bloggers and hoping they mess with us and hope you continue building relationships. And what I got from out of Miami, when I was in that studio in House of Hits, it felt like I had already signed a deal. When you telling another man, when you in the booth and you rapping, you perfecting your stuff, and it's like, hey man, the engineer will pull you out and be like, hey man, take a walk, smoke you something, get a drink, and regroup, and let's go back and redo this. So the energy in the setup was just that, and we need that in my city. Not saying Legacy Music Group don't put it down with me. I love them. They done gave me what all I can give. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Boy Ray Dallas. But if you want to grow, you got to push it to the limit or you're going to continue to stagnate. And I ain't trying to stagnate.
A lot of artists, you say, as far as the blog, need to, mess with y'all. My experience with the artists is, if I decide to put them on my platform, it may be a while before I mention them again, but it's like they expect me to continue to do that. And we're not doing business out here, you know what I mean? I mean, this ain't a charity, so.
Right. Understand, you gotta pay to play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with kicking. I'm letting y'all know, man, ain't nothing wrong with kicking out the blog a little something or where the kids can get a little exposure. But you gotta continue paying for what you want. Just where, y'all putting y'all work in, y'all time into it. I mean, you ain't gonna go to the studio and tell the people, hey man, I don't wanna pay for my studio time. So it got to be like that. And when you continue building relationships, like for y'all to know I built a relationship with Negative Shon, snatching something up out what I had did and liked it. So you gotta continue rubbing shoulders. Not saying you ain't gonna never post me again, but I should be expecting for you to post me. 7 days a week. That's for you to do. You did your part.
Facts. Who's this young king we got right here with?
Oh man, I got homeboy with me, man. Hall Street, baby, man.
Yes, sir.
1800 block, man.
Man, how old are you?
I'm 11.
You a rapper too?
We trying.
How long you been doing it?
Like, I just started last year.
Yeah. Who's your favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper is Trouble Freddy.
Oh, yeah. Facts. That's cool. What's your favorite song from Trap?
Hypocrite.
Hypocrite.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. So what you want to do in this rap industry?
Just basically try to do it, and then if it don't work out, then try something different.
Yeah. Like what? What you think you want to do?
So basically what I rap about is basketball and a little bit of school, stuff like that. But if rapping don't work out, I play basketball, and playing today, I got a game at 2:00.
Oh yeah, you should be getting ready for that then, huh? But
Yeah.
you came out, so you chasing your dreams though.
I had to do something else.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
What position you play?
I play point guard.
Point guard.
And when I was in 3rd grade, I played paint because I was a big dude.
Yeah. Cool, man. So you get a lot of playing time when you be on the bench.
I play plenty time.
Yeah.
I'm one of the star players. But I play on 2 teams. One, North Dallas, I play for my hood. And then another place, I play somewhere else. I think it's East Dallas, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, youngster. That's cool.